By now, we all know Yuji has two fathers. Not exactly, but yeah. His father was a human, and the other partner was a curse, most probably Kenjaku. As he has already said it himself. In the latest chapter, Kenjaku says he had high hopes for half-breeds of cursed spirit and humans like Choso and Yuji, and probably Todo as well. Kenjaku was experimenting the merging of a human and a cursed spirit, checking how powerful a mix of cursed spirit and human will be. But most of them were not very special, except for Yuji. He has yet to realize about his potential, and when he does, he will be the strongest. Stronger than Gojo and Sukuna, but exactly how? Yuji is the mixture of curses and humans, a species that has both the gods and a human's power, a lot like Ichigo, who has the power of Shinigami, Hollow, Fullbringer, and a Quincy, a being that has the potential of every other being. Yuji is the one that comes between the gods and human. Jujutsu Kaisen is inspired by Japanese mythology and Christianity. In Jujutsu Kaisen, Gojo is shown as a god among humans, and Toji a human, who was strong enough to kill a god. Sukuna, a human who became strong enough to be called as the king of curses. Humans have the potential to be on par with the gods in Jujutsu Kaisen. Maki, Toji. Humans who did not receive any god gifts broke the rules and unlocked their potential. And above them all, Yuji, who is the most gifted and does not even know of his potential, can surpass every god, every curse, every human. Yuji is very similar to Jesus, who was both human and a god, not just half and half. He was fully a god and a man. Yuji was clearly inspired by Jesus. He has the potential to surpass the gods and humans, a species never seen before in Jujutsu Kaisen. Wait, a theory about Kenjaku. Kenjaku fought someone and lost. He could only somehow save his brain. Back to the topic. Before I tell you about Kenjaku's plan for Yuji, what is the connection between Sukuna and Kenjaku? It's a well-established fact by now that Sukuna and Kenjaku are linked somehow. They're both from the same time period, both incredibly strong. Sukuna's retainer is hanging around Kenjaku, and it's even been mentioned in the manga. Sukuna and Kenjaku are most probably working together. In Chapter 10, Kenjaku starts telling Jogo and Hanami about his plan, saying, if they wish to win, they need to seal Gojo and get Sukuna to join their side, and help him take over Yuji's body. This kind of implies that Kenjaku already knew about Yuji, and planned to somehow give birth to a vessel. The vessel being Yuji. Kenjaku planned Yuji to be born as both human and a curse, not just so he can become a vessel for Sukuna, but for something that is far beyond our imagination. Sukuna is based off a legend in the Nihon Shoki and / or Nihonji. He's portrayed as this monstrous tyrant, but in a local folklore, Sukuna reincarnated as Kanon to save a village from a dragon god. Kanon is the goddess of mercy. Kanon's other name is Guanyin, and Guanyin is often referred to as the most widely beloved Buddhist divinity, with miraculous powers to assist all those who pray to her. This might imply some of Yuji's upcoming powers, Todo and Choso, who started praying to Yuji as their brother, very similar to Guanyin. Yuji can be considered a reincarnation of Sukuna as Kanon. Yuji is kind and merciful who does not even want to kill curses. Kanon's personality traits are very similar to Yuji, not Sukuna, not Gojo, not Yuta, but the one who has everything but can't access until he is fully awakened. The truly enlightening one, Yuji Itadori. Kenjaku's name is a reference to Fuku Kenjaku, an incarnation of Kanon, the goddess of mercy in Buddhism. And as I have already mentioned, Sukuna once reincarnated as Kanon to save some villagers from a dragon god. So Sukuna might take over Kenjaku, or maybe Kenjaku takes Sukuna's body. Now, what is the plan of Kenjaku for Yuji? The culling game is inherently Christian. The culling games are a representation of the age of Aquarius, brought about by a great prophet, a change of times that brings the unification of humanity. It's basically a subsection of Christianity born after the Bible that is said to come from the missing years of Jesus' life. Merging of all humans is quite literally Age of Aquarius, and because Yuji is both human and god/curse. Kenjaku will use Yuji as sacrifice for the ritual to merge all humans and Tenjin, and as Todo and Choso are also a curse and human, they might die instead of Yuji.